Dear friends, let us go further in the theory part of the Surya Namaskar. The self practice is more significant than the practices done at the confined spaces with many other people. This is truth. But in the beginning, we are supposed to collect the right way of doing the things. So we need to meet someone who knows the things. And after learning for a considerable amount of time, you should do practice on your own. While doing your own practice, it is many times very difficult to have the initiation if practice is being done in the morning. For that purpose, we have created these audio visuals which will let you have enough mental strength to get back on your practice time or to have your practice during the day, because the inner feelings must first be ignited, and then your mind and body will be ready for the practice. So in the previous part we had closed the session with the Namaskar Priya Surya, that is, Namaskar or the Pranama Mudra is the beloved of the sun. Now let us go further. Now many of you might be confused with the Shastras or the scriptures. These are ancient texts. Now, in those texts, there are many mantras. The seers or the sages had composed these Shastras. And they were so smart and they were highly knowledgeable that they created something which could be easily acceptable to dull minds. There is one mantra related to offer the adoration and prayers to sun, called as Bhadram Karnebhi Shunayam Devah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhirjayatraha. That is, O Sun God, while I am engaged in the sacrifices means while you are doing different works or duties during the day, you are praying to him through this prayer that may we hear with our ears what is auspicious, may we see with our eyes what is auspicious. The purpose of the mantra is to discern divinity in all the objects of the senses through the strengthening of the senses. Let us get into this. The prayer was, Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyem Akshabhirjajatraha. That is, you are praying to God, may we hear good things always. May we see good things always. And the purpose is what? The purpose is to keep senses clean while carrying your day. And in a way, when you will do these things, you will have great belief on your prayer. And then your relationship with Sun will improve. And if you are having good relationship with the doctor, the greatest doctor, what fear of the body you could have? We are knowing all these things, but our belief is least. So these theory, the purpose is to wake your inner conscience of the belief which you forget for a long time. This prayer is not merely for the strength of the body, senses, and the mind, or the elimination of the diseases, but this is to attain inner happiness and ultimate liberation. The purpose is very big, and the weak body cannot go this far. So, healthy body is required. And these are not confined to few of us. This is for all. All are in need or hunt of this. So to become total, to have total health, we should rely on Sun God. But keep in mind, as per scriptural injunctions. Why scriptural injunctions? Because things here are coming from the people who had given their life for others. They've given whole life on experimenting things, and they have come up with some sort of conclusion. In a way, they're making things easy for us. Now, the method for doing the Surya Namaskar could be varied. You might see many videos. We will not talk on what is right or what is wrong. because we are not authority to comment on anything, but we will create our own sequence to let you see one time the reflection of the science of yoga or the Surya Namaskar along with the physical movement. Then after being versed in the physical movement, we will add the breath, and when you will become versed in the breath, we will try to do Surya Namaskar with the mantras. All these work differently on our body. Why we are focusing all the time of the reverence and respect to the sun? To save us from the reverse impact of our effort. Because we just take up anything. If we see something, we take up, oh, this is very good, we should do this and that, without thinking much. This thinking is required, so you should take little time. On day one, you are not supposed to do 30 minutes, 40 minutes of the practice. On day one, go slow. Just one round, two round, three round, with big gap in between. And when the belief is full, then you can do 40, 100, 200 as per the time availability, as per the inner strength of mind. The purpose of all these practices, keep in mind, always is meditative in nature. It means you should do things with mindfulness. Don't leave any moment of respect to sun while practicing. Our ancestors had defined the yoga practice as sequence of prayer. Although we are taking it these days as the physical form of practice, but it was the sequence of prayer. It was difficult to sit for a long time and doing prayer, so they devised some methodology, or the great gurus devised some method so that they can do the prayer with happiness. Happy prayers are easily granted. Why? Because life had been given to rejoice in a meaningful way by respecting everything. The great yogis declare from their experience that the sun salutation done without following the rules mentioned are not more than the exercise. They are not true Surya Namaskar. To learn the right way of doing, one should be certain to consult the great guru and authority on this. And if we follow their advice and do the practice, they will not only make your body healthy. No, not only this. It will work at different levels. Threefold diseases will be destroyed. Of the body, of the mind, and of the prarabdha. So that is why great sages had told that Surya Namaskar is something of physical, mental, spiritual level. It works at all levels. Always keep this in mind. Always, always, always. All levels. Physical, mental, spiritual. But there is a way to get into this. In which dimension you are wishing to get into. That is why a good guru or the teacher is always required, because the guidance is required. While doing the Surya Namaskar practice, scriptures had also told that the rog of the hriday as well as the rog of the man, both of them must also be destroyed. Means that you are praying to have your heart healthy as well as your thinking or the mind healthy. Now these two things again had a great meaning. Will not get into its detail of now. Our ancestors had greatly studied all the things of the body, of the mind, and of the accumulated karma or the prarabdha karma, the past actions. So they were great people. As we forget them or their method or ways of living, we are getting the heat of life. They were knowing and they were well versed of these understandings of how to live life. So that is why, with that great respect to the master, they used to attain the right knowledge. And as a result, good health, great strength, high intellect, and ultimately attain divine bliss and forever contentment. it is also being told that the Surya Namaskar, there are many experiments or the study which are available to all of us, that these practices had great impact on many people, and they have cured the epilepsy, the leprosy, the jaundice, and many incurable diseases, or the terrible diseases. And those who were suffering for long time, in just 4 5 months time, they had cured themselves of those difficult times which they had because of the disease. And it will help aspirants to have great belief on their effort, and then they will leave all the fear and all the doubt behind, and they will know who is he and how is he. So let us close over here and get into the further videos. Next, we will also have the theory later on coming from the Surya Upanishad, that what what is being there, so that you have enough content inside for having great respect for the sun, so that you can have great and the good relationship with someone who is maintaining eternity by having the orders of God, and by being into the guidance of the sun, you too could be under the feet of the God. The belief, the respect, the harmony will get created in you, in your family, around you, and you are not someone or something who is of least importance. You had a great place on this universe. So one individual is huge to this eternity. So if one individual is changing of their effort and is attaining belief, many more can come and join those individuals. So let us close our theory now and get into the practical part of our effort. Thank you so much. May you attain greatest of health to do greatest of work. Good day and good time.